What's going on, everybody? So I wanted to take a closer look at the upcoming Grand Tactician Civil War 1861 to 1865 upcoming DLC. I didn't do it before. I want to do it now and kind of get a deeper look at it. So let's kind of do it together, right? All right. So it's called Whiskey and Lemons, and well, I don't know if that's the name of the blog here. I don't know if it's the actual name of the DLC. Alright, there were many legendary generals in the American Civil War. Stonewall, Old Pete Longstreet, Grumble Jones, Bullhead Sumner, each with their own unique stories. In Grand Tacticians DLC, it's your story. Whiskey and Lemons will introduce, I guess that's what they're going to call it. Whiskey and Lemons will introduce a new career mode. You will start by creating your character, determining your Civil War personality via a questionnaire, and taking command of a regiment. Okay, I like that. As a regimental commander, you are but a small gear in a huge military steam engine. You will have very limited influence over the war, and you will receive orders from your AI commanders. According to your action and performance, you will generate prestige and get promoted to higher places where your actions will matter more. As the DLC campaign will be regiment level on a zoomed-in campaign map, divisions will be the smallest units on the campaign map. Single brigades can also be used as garrisons to protect important terrain. Once commanding a division, you will be able to control the unit on the campaign map. With increased prestige, you will be... By the way, the music and sound system for my son back here. I was trying to get some time to do it by myself. I rarely ever get time by myself. Anyway, once commanding a division, you will be able to control the unit on the campaign map. With increased prestige, you will be able to influence politics or projects, but this is very limited before rising to the top. Commanding generals of the Union or a Confederacy, providing that you'll ever make it that far. I like that. Or want to. You can play the whole campaign without accepting any promotions if you wish. Oh, wow. Your story. There are many things that I can get away with, that can get in your way. You previously mentioned personality can be one of them. Personality is determined by 6 axes: loyalty, piety, social life, heroism, stress control, and political reviews. These may provide positive and or negative traits to your career. You may also attract companions that will be part of your staff. For example, if you are known for your lack of loyalty, you may be followed by committee investigator reporting to the military brass, who may end up limiting your freedom of action by giving you political guidance you cannot ignore. Wow, that's very interesting. Wow. There are also many other new features. You'll be able to choose to buy your own equipment, recruit your own staff, and carrying out actions that will influence your and your nation's Civil War journey. You may also get injured in combat, with some of your injuries becoming permanent disabilities. Interesting. When you start to gain fame, you may end up with a grudge with some of your fellow officers. This may have a serious impact on the performance in the battlefield, like what happened between Bragg and his lieutenants. I don't think anybody liked Bragg. Anyway, getting rid of them may prove difficult, as you will require further procedure to overrule choices made by the president. It will be very difficult if you become known as Old Tripler due to your drinking habit. Keep falling off the horse during battles and getting into drunken fights with your fellow officers. I wonder if there's going to be an animation with your guy going up against another guy. Or as Skedaddle Joe due to lack of courage or losing the respect of your men. Skedaddle, maybe call it Skedaddle Gates, like Horatio Gates, the Southern Campaign, you guys remember. Everything you do and you experience during the campaign will be recorded into a biography. When the campaign ends, you may read your whole story and see how you compare with the historical commanders. Oh, I like this. Wow. I'm assuming this is the... Very cool. And you get to choose the weapons, the mounts, items, fame, initiative. You get a couple of things here. Ooh, companions. So I like this companion system. I really do. It's gonna be very interesting. And then you have general staff, staff corps. I like this. All right. The other things, we're looking to release Whiskey and Lemons during Q2 of 2023. That's right about now. The plan and development has suffered some real-life related delays, mainly caused by a war in Europe. Yeah, I can imagine where the development team is from. What? Who is based in Ukraine? I know there's 2 primary developers. I'm trying to figure out which one is in Ukraine. Wow. Hey, That's just wow. I did not know he was based from Ukraine. Wow. I hope him and his family are okay, safe. But while on some fronts there may have been delays or extra progress has been made, we're constantly working on the game engine, even if the DLC content has not proceeded as earlier planned. Also, the band is recording new music to the game. Love it, love it. I love the music in this game. Along with the DLC release, we will also release the new music as a soundtrack, the same way we did with the original music, meaning buying the soundtrack is not mandatory to hear the music in the game. The soundtrack 2 working title allows listening to the tunes outside of the game, and the revenues will go to support our great band, Wazel and Weasels. With the DLC release, we'll also release the next major patch, which is focused on fixing reported issues, implementing some player wishes like different color, fire arcs on paper map, and some performance improvements. Okay, so I will be plainly honest here. When I saw this, when I started reading here, I'm like, oh, so the DLC is not going to add anything to the current playstyle of Grand Tactician. And then as I was reading more and more into it, I'll be honest, like, this is very attractive. If you allow it, it's, from what I'm reading here, it seems that you're going to be able to play this game in a new type of manner. And it's very, very attractive. Being able to just command a regiment. I wonder if you can split that regiment up into, like, companies, right? So, for example, if you're told to hold this part of the line, I can split them up and say, all right, Company F, Company Echo, Bravo Company, you know, kind of things like that. And then being able to assign company commanders. I wonder if that's a thing. I hope it's a thing, right? And then as you go up, you can assign your own brigade commanders. I'm assuming that's going to be a thing, right? Or regimental commanders and brigade commanders and division commanders and corps commanders, you know what I'm saying? As you go higher, the people below you, you can assign, like, alright, I am now a brigade commander, I'm going to assign this guy as my regimental commander, this guy as my regimental commander, something like that. But I think it's really important to being able to, I would really love, if I want to stay as a regimental commander, to break it up into companies. That's what I'm really looking forward to. But everything here sounds great. I'm assuming this is probably being pushed back because of the war in Europe. So, yeah, this is very exciting, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully we will see this soon. Alright, catch you guys in the next one. See you then.